water initiative is sort of what we were talking about. I guess the theme, if you want an overarching theme, is get it right at the beginning because it'll be cheaper. So I guess the National Water Initiative is the overarching policy framework that sort of identifies how Australian water resources should be managed. It really has two components. The first one is if you're doing new infrastructure, then identify what it's going to cost on an ongoing basis, build that into your budget for your water infrastructure, build it into the pricing structure for your irrigators who will take that water, and then you'll have a long-term future that is secure for everybody, it's financially secure, and the water resources are sustainable into the future. The alternative, which is also built within the NWI, is how you fix things if they've been over-recovered in the past. So the challenge is that fixing it is rather more expensive than the getting it right in the first place. How do I make this? So the Department of Water Resources funds two major infrastructure, I guess, streams of a bunch of programs within the Murray Darling Basin, and the new National Water Infrastructure Development Programs, of which there are two streams. There is a grant stream and a loan facility stream. Within the Murray Darling Basin, there's a wide variety of programs that are currently underway. There's about $8 billion of infrastructure that is being spent on all those programs. The key ones would be things like there's an ongoing slide over here that talks about how those infrastructure programs are being run. The key ones would be the Private Irrigation Infrastructure Operators Program in New South Wales, the GMW, the Golden Murray Water Program in Victoria, and a range of on-farm programs like I was just talking about the Healthy Headwaters Water Use Efficient Program in Queensland, the on-farm irrigation efficiency program which is run by the department, and then the Victorian Farm Efficiency Program. And those programs together are aimed at spending about $8 billion over the 15 years between 2010 and 2024. Now the issue being that they're all designed to recover water so that the farmers become more efficient, and the water savings that the farmer is providing get put to the environment to try and recover the environment within the Murray Darling Basin back to a sustainable extraction level. But as I said, it's $8 billion to try and get the water back. It's an enormous amount of money to try and just restore that basin to health. The Water Development Fund, on the other hand, is new developments that are being considered by state governments and industry to try and improve efficiency within the basin, or not only within the basin, but within other parts of Australia. More of the money is available for Northern Basin, for example. There are currently 39 feasibility studies going on, which is this $59.5 million is going towards that. Things like Board, Stage 3, a whole bunch of programs within Victoria. So it's all trying to come up with what's a feasible set of programs that you can then, or a feasible set of dams and infrastructure that you can run into the future. But it's $2.5 billion to try and have an agricultural industry that's sustainable in the future versus $8 billion to try and get us back to where we should have been in the first place. Look, it's a long way.
Oh yeah, Jimmy.
Okay, typical program. Let's just do a nice typical program, one that I'm very familiar with. It's the on-farm irrigation efficiency program. $626 million to date over 8 years from 2009. It's helped almost 1,500 irrigation properties have been modernised. There's some everything from improved flood to centre pivot to travelling irrigators, you name it, in terms of on-farm works that can be done. It's been funded under OFI. Strong results. I mean, the results are fantastic in terms of both social and economic as well as environmental. It's recovered something of the order of 100 gigalitres of water from those 1,500 farms back into the Murray Darling Basin. But the real benefits have been not just the improved, if you like, the result, the minimum result that you want to get from those properties is that they can produce the same amount of food or fibre using less water in the future, so that there's no net loss in terms of the economics or the social fabric from those infrastructure programs. What has proven to be the case has been that the programs have had a marked positive impact in terms of economics and in terms of the social outcomes from those farms. There's a lot of evidence that the automation of those farms has meant that farmers are no longer having to get up in the middle of the night. That they can go to their kids' football games and run their farm irrigation scheme from their iPad rather than having to get up in the middle, go out and miss their kids playing football. And it gives them an enormous amount of flexibility in terms of the crops they're going to grow. So rather than being just a rice farmer, they can grow what crop is starting to make money that year. So they can swap between rice and cotton and the other end of the crops from an irrigation perspective and make more money even though they've got less water. And also have a better social life. So the outcomes from those sorts of programs have been very positive. There's been a variety of other programs that Commonwealth's run which have fixed broader infrastructure. And there's some pretty pictures up on the screen that you can run through with Goulburn Murray water and those sorts of things, but I'm not going to run through those ones. But all I would say is that the infrastructure programs have been a very positive way of recovering water for the Murray Darling Basin, but they've been expensive. So if you can get it right by running through your National Water Initiative principles in the first place before you build your infrastructure, it's a far preferable way of implementing water management than trying to fix it up.